Taeyong is in front of you doing a baggy jean. Like, it was just a big moment for me, okay?
The Kind of Cringe Podcast, hosted by Delifish, talking about all things K-pop, comebacks, and the hottest gossip. Cause you know in life, when things aren't cringe, they aren't fun. Kind of cringe.
Hello and welcome to the Kind of Cringe Podcast. We're back, baby. I'm finally filming from our new location, and hopefully as time goes on, the background will get more extravagant, but for now, this is what it is. So the last few videos have all been pre-filmed from June. So it's now August, and I'm filming it the week it goes up. So it's finally like in real time for once. Hello, I missed you guys. A lot has happened, big life updates in this video. So I moved from Canada to Seoul. I injured my back, so I might move a lot and or change positions because my back hurts so much, and right now just sitting like this hurts. And I also have a little hot pocket. I've been doing a vlog series on TikTok and on my Instagram about like moving here. I don't know when I'll end it, but I eventually will. Back in Canada in June, my family came to visit me, and that was really fun. And then I like sold all of my furniture. I moved into my friend's house for a week, and then I came here. And then July I spent here, and I house hunted. I got jobs. I have 2 part-time jobs right now, but like low-key, I think it's not even like an obscene amount of physical labor. Like, it's just like I don't know, it kind of is actually. It's not an obscene amount, but I first started working in a hostel, and that one killed me. Like, I couldn't, like, I just was like, I'm not fit enough for that job. And then I got a job as a bartender, and I really like the people at the job. My boss is like super sweet, and all my coworkers are super fun, and I get along with them very easily. And it's like a rare job where you actually feel like they care about you, which is really nice. Like, and definitely as a foreigner here, like, you can be fucked over so much, especially as a bartender. Like, I've heard so many horror stories of them being treated super differently. So at the job, it's nice that I don't really get treated like that. However, it's like way more physical labor than a bartender job should be, in my opinion, where it's like, it's way more than just like cleaning the bar and closing tasks. It's an obscene amount. And it was super hot here in July, obviously, because it's like rainy season, and so that was super difficult, and I sweated so much constantly. And then the second job I got is a server, but I applied to be a bartender, and like the position was as a bartender, but they're making me serve, which I don't really want to. I don't dislike it because it makes like the shift go by really fast, which is nice, and it's not too much cleaning or anything unlike the other job. However, like, I don't speak enough Korean to be a server, and they're like, oh, we'll just like help you learn. So they've been like giving me some study tips, and the person training me is also from Canada, from Montreal, which is really nice. And I get along with all of the coworkers and the bosses. However, I'm like, I do not know enough Korean for this, like, at all. And I'm like, I want to be a bartender. I don't want to be a server, which is kind of insane. I was talking to another person like I met randomly, and she also got hired at the same place but at a different branch, and she was hired to be a dishwasher, and then they asked her to be a server. So like, apparently it's not just a me thing. They just do that a lot, where they're like, oh, you be a server. Oh, I'm like, not that serving is bad. I find it fun. I just like, I'm like, I do not know what these people are saying to me, like, at all. And I know survival Korean, but this is like when they get into the words and like, so like, does it have this and this, and like, what does it taste like? I'm like, my vocabulary is like, I know, sweet, spicy, 매운, salty, right? Maybe I don't know what salty is. And then that's it. So and just like that, and then I bought tickets to the SM marathon. I worked out for one day, and I did a light workout because my lower back has been hurting since I moved here. Like, I was just doing a lot constantly. Like, even if you watch my vlog series, I think I've only had one day where I rested, and that was usually because, like, I would go to sleep without an alarm, and I'd wake up at, like, fucking 5 or 8 p.m. because I was so exhausted. So I was just pushing myself a lot. And as someone who's very lazy, as someone who's a homebody and very lazy, like, any movement is a lot of movement for me. So that the, like, almost 2 months now of, like, constant, 3 months, because even in July I was doing so much, especially with, like, moving, getting shit out. It was just way too much on my body. And then these 2 jobs being super physical killed me. Like, I this entire week I had to cancel get some people to cover my shifts because I literally can't move. Today is the most mobility I have, and even with that, sitting like this hurts. But 2 days ago, this, like, made me want to cry, so. And then I have 2 shifts later this week, but I think I'll need to cover them because I'm like, if I turn at all, I'm in massive amounts of pain. Like, sitting is pain, it's like, I'd say equivalent to a really bad cramp. But then turning is like, ooh, girl. And I just don't think I can do it. But, like, since I'm still pretty new at the second job, I don't know if they'll allow me or whatever. Though, obviously, they need servers, and I'm more or less trained besides, like, the Korean part, so I think it'll be fine. I don't know. But all of this made me go, okay, 1, I need to get healthier. I need to treat my body better. And then, like I said, the workout I did yoga for the lower back. I did a core exercise, and then, like, hip movement yoga. And that was the final straw. Like, I didn't push myself. Like, I did the alternative versions that were a bit easier because I knew my lower back was already hurting. Where to sit on the ground was already causing me pain, so I was fully aware, and that just was the last straw. I don't know, I feel like I should get different jobs. Like, I do kind of want a desk job, is what this is confirmed. I'm like, I want to work out more and take care of my health. That's the biggest thing, because at 25, like, this is so sad. But on top of that, like, maybe these jobs, as much as I like it, like, I like being busy. I like interacting with people. Like, that's my biggest thing. I can't do jobs where it's, like, me completely alone. I, like, absolutely hate it. But as physical as these jobs are, and not even, like, particularly physical, like, it's not like I'm doing constructions or anything. I'm just not good with it. Like, I'm not a person who's built to do this stuff. Like, with my personality and my lack of, with my personality, I'm not cut out for that. And so that made me go, okay, I should, like, continue to apply for jobs. And so throughout the past month, I have still been applying for jobs, and I would like to be an actual bartender. Like, I would actually really like to make a fucking drink for once, whereas both of these jobs, I don't do that. I'm lucky at the first job if I even touch alcohol, that is really starting to get to me, because that's what I want to do. Not be a fucking server, so I don't know. I also went to Waterbomb, and I saw JYP perform Wet for the first time. It was awesome. He was awesome. He reminds me so much of my aunt. Like, he looks so much like my Korean aunt, and I don't know, they just have the same, like, neck. They have the same neck, they have the same posture, low-key same face shape, and she's big into MLM, so I'm like, it kind of checks out. Then, I signed up for the SM marathon, which is in October, and hopefully once, like, I'm feeling better, I can start doing stuff for that again. I'm really nervous about it. It's 10K, but then I was like, I don't run, so that sounds like a lot. And then I was talking to a coworker who is an avid runner, and they're like, oh no, you could so do that. Like, honestly, you'll be fine. Great, but then now I broke my back, so I don't know. My apartment is super cute. I found it, like, mid-July, and then moved in late July, and I just got a bed recently. I'm, like, super, super broke because I don't, like, I'm not even working this week. Like, I have no money, but, like, I can't do the physically do the jobs that I have, which is really taking a toll on me. If I had an office job, I could still go in, and like my visa allows me to work full time. It's just hard to find something like that. It's hard starting a career, is what I'm realizing. Like, I'm graduated, I have a degree from a good university too, like a really good university, and yet like I couldn't find a job in Canada, can't really find a job here. I'm not expecting to find a good job like that here because I don't speak Korean, or like I don't speak enough Korean. But even just like entry-level stuff, even online stuff, I'm like, oh, this has been difficult. I'm kind of glad that I'm like aren't job hunting in Canada fully, because I think that would have been more depressing to me to be able to find like an entry-level jobs. And I've had office jobs before, and so I'm like, I don't know, my guy. Work is interesting. Definitely like the Korean culture work is very interesting. I'm trying to get used to it. It was a lot at first, but now I'm like a bit better. I do want to, like I said, I think I should get an office job. I love these. I love these jobs. I like these jobs. I don't know. I like my coworkers. Like, that's the biggest thing for me. And then today I saw that Trisha Paytas met NCT 127. What a crazy world. They have their tour in Seoul next month, and I really want to go, but like, I don't have that money right now. I don't have any money right now. Like, literally nothing. I have to pay rent. Next week. Guys, can you please like this video, share this video, subscribe, or put this video on repeat so I can get my watch time up so I can be monetized, please? Even just enough for a coffee would make me wonderfully happy. Trisha Paytas is really doing the most. They're having 127 is having a comeback. I'm pretty sure they posted Pinata finally, and I haven't watched the melody reel or whatever the fuck, which I'm like, I'm surprised they're not doing a full MV, but it was 4 minutes, so I was like, isn't it just an MV at that point? I don't know. But maybe I'll do a reaction for that, because reactions always get like a couple hundred views, which is nice. I saw Taeyong at Water Bob. Oh, and he was so close to me. He's beautiful. He's gorgeous. He's very big now. Like, he's not tall. I want to make that clear. That man is not tall. But he's not straight kid short, you know? He's just like I've always known he's a buff guy now, but seeing him, I'm like, damn, your twink area is out, like fully, like impressive. You got that muscle. And he was awesome. He was so good. And then he did a mashup of a bunch of 127 songs throughout like the history of their career, and then like the background changed from red to green to allude to their newest comeback, which I'm so hyped about it. And like, I see so much online discord about being hyped for it, because I'm like, Neo is going back in time. Neo is doing like classic stuff, and they're doing noisy music to max, and that's why I'm like, I really want to go see them. When does this month end? This month ends soon though, and I can barely walk. Next Monday. BTS. Well, Namjoon and J-Hope went to a Chris Brown concert and posted about it, and they got a bunch of backlash because Chris Brown, famously an abuser of women, and even more famously, you know what BTS fans are? Women. Like, you can go, don't post about it. Like, I mean, I don't want you to go, but like, don't post about it. I know that like Korean culture is like super different, but like at some point with these guys especially, where I'm like, oh, like, unfortunately your international fan bases outweighs your Korean fan bases, just by pure numbers, not by like sales or anything, but like number wise, you have Korea versus the rest of the world, or at least like Western culture number wise. Does that make sense? I don't know if that adds up actually, if we're doing like America and South America, North America, South America, Europe, I don't know. But then I saw a post today that said, the Pixel Project has removed RM of BTS from their list of 16 men helping to stop violence against women. I was like, damn. I wonder if they... No, I think you should like low-key know, because that was a big deal, right? It's like P. Diddy. It was like, that was a hot topic around the world. I don't know. You GOT7's Young Jae finally got paid in full for Dream High 2 musical. That's crazy. I'm like, that you waited so long to get your check for that. And I also saw this one article, I didn't read, that one idol tried to unionize K-pop. Almost no one followed. I'm like, that is crazy. But I'm like, yeah, you should unionize. You would get so much out of it, actually. And there's so many of you guys. Like, yeah, you should. You should unionize like how actors unionize. But like going up against all these huge companies when you're so young and like hungry for this, like obviously it's not gonna work. I mean, if you're asking a 12-year-old to unionize, like at like my last job where I was in Indigenous politics, I had a union. And so much shit happened, and I didn't use the union because I didn't want to get fired, even though I literally had a union. So I, like, completely understand. Especially in a place where, like, as idols, especially as, like, trainees, you're so dispensable. No, you're so replaceable. There we go. I was thinking indispensable, but then I was like, I don't know. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Vernon from 17. He said that K-pop is too much like American pop. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna lay down. I'm starting to hurt so much. So we're gonna change POV, and it's gonna be intimate, but we're changing POV. So you're on my stomach, and that's how it's gonna stay. Okay, what else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, Vernon from 17 was talking about how K-pop is becoming more and more indistinct from English pop, and he's like, oh, I'm kind of miss like the 2010s, you know, like the Tiara, like the TVXQ, the Shiny, like that K-pop era where it's so like it's such a new sound, even though obviously K-pop was made off of black music. It was made off of black music. Like, I am working on, I keep on saying this like in every single video I make ever, but I'm making a JYP deep dive, and I filmed the first part, and it's fucking 3 hours. It's 3 hours. It's so long. And I've been editing it. Like, I really, really want to get it out soon, but even just like it hurt to sit normally, that like me editing sitting is like so painful. Well, not super painful, but it's not comfortable, and it makes me not want to edit. So I've been postponing it, even though I've been at home this entire week. Like, I have so much time, but I'm like, it hurts. If I'm not lying down like this, it hurts so much. And I guess I could kind of edit like this, but it's not very comfortable. Anyways, like I was reading through like JYP and Bang Sikyuk, whatever his name is, hype guy, big hit guy, like their inspirations are all black artists, black hip hop artists in America, and they're like, oh, I wanted to combine the gap between like Korean and English, but when they say English, they mainly mean black artists, and so you can really hear that, especially in the early stuff, like G.O.D. I'm like, no, this is like Brooklyn hip hop. Like, what are you talking about? And as time has went on, they started to get their own voice that wasn't like bar for bar trying to be black, and of course like found their own within that, and started taking other inspirations from stuff, as does any artist. Like, that's just how art is. Like, you know that thing where it's like no one ever has like a unique thought, because we always just like see something and then take that, transform it into our own. Like, that's exactly the same. Like, there's a lot of Latin inspiration, like so much Latin pop inspiration, and a lot of like producers, songwriters of K-pop, especially in the 2010s, like are now just pop artists. Like, what was it, Charlie XCX, right? Like, she wrote Chinese Lucifer. So like, when you think of that, it's like they are asked to make songs that sounds like K-pop, but then they're not Korean. And it makes you go, okay, what even is K-pop? Which is a whole nother discourse, especially when you're talking about people like XG or Cat's Eye, where I'm like, they're really, make you question, okay, are they K-pop or are they not K-pop? And everyone has their own point of view because it's just so ambiguous. And then ambiguous too, like, okay, if this is K-pop, then what's, like, is pop just general, or is pop just, like, American pop? Or is that what we're talking about? So many questions there. But, like, with producers, they're asked to make, like, a K-pop sound, not a pop sound, like K-pop sound. And Vernon being like, oh, I think we're dividing that bridge too much, especially with people finding so much success in, like, the global audience. Is it because pop music is sounding too much like K-pop, or K-pop is sounding too much like pop? Or are we just now discovering that these categories are, like, more or less meaningless? But I do agree, like, I miss that sound. I miss that Lucifer sound. Charlie XCX, make a new pop, like, bring us back low-key. But also, even with, like, say, what's her name? Katy Perry, when she tries to bring back her sound from the 2010s and it doesn't land. Because is it just that nostalgic? Is it the nostalgic, or is it, like, because I'm like, if we try to make that sound now, it's never going to be, like, that good, because we can always go back and listen to that music. Or is it just because, like, the artist now, like, this is just what's popular? I don't know, it really makes you think. But I'm like, I do agree, like, I miss that, that funness, like, that fun, like, quirkiness that was really experimental during the 2010s. Where it didn't sound, every song didn't sound exactly the same, or it was, like, a bit more like party music in a way, where I'm like, yeah, this could, like, I could have fun. Or, like, even I'm the Best by any whatever their name is, that girl group. Taeyong Chalada, bro. Oh my god, my Korean's so bad. Taeyong Chal. Nigga, Chalada, blah. Where I'm like, that stuff is so iconic. And I also want to say it's less repetitive, whereas now, like, especially, it makes me think of that one guy on TikTok who's like, this is how I think NCT's thing will go. And then he can copy, like, Taeyong's voice, Haechan's voice, all of that. It's because the parts are so segmented that, like, we know exactly. But then back then, was it less segmented? Or was it, like, so new that the segmentation just felt fresh? Whereas now it feels, like, overdone a bajillion times. Because, with a 127 song, I know who's singing next, because that's just, like, the order always goes the same on a track, like, period. I don't know, very interesting. Something I'm thinking about, especially with, like, the Cat's Eye is Cat's Eye K-pop. I've been having this discussion with, like, some people, with some friends. Like, I had one friend who was like, I really don't think they're K-pop. But then I'm like, what is K-pop? Because, like, if you say it's Korean music, well, it's not Korean music, because, like there oftentimes there's less Korean, like, now it's not weird to find a group with more foreign members than Korean members. NCT Wish, for example, and they don't necessarily sing in Korean. NCT Wish, for example, like, they promote mainly Japan. They make Japanese music. People make English versions, like, but then in my mind it's always been like, K-pop is the simplest terms, the industry, and whatever the companies make is K-pop, period. But then, like, groups like XG, where they mimic the K-pop industry, but then it's a Japanese group, but then they also promote in K-pop, I would say is K-pop, but also, like, if someone said it's not K-pop, I wouldn't argue. Whereas, like, maybe that in Cat's Eye is, like, K-pop adjacent, where they use a lot of the same tricks, but then, like, do more than just that, or don't necessarily regulate themselves just to that. And I think that with them being just, like, purely out also shows, like, they don't give a shit about the Korean market. Well, they like the Korean market, but, like, they're not just striving for that. But I don't fucking know, because it's fucking music. Like, it's music. Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe, like, with that, it's like, the whole thing's like maybe music isn't necessarily the genre, but like the system in what it's made. Because like even with like I'm talking about Charlie XCX a lot, but like her new album now versus the stuff she made when she first started versus even her Brat era, like they're so different, but it's still like Charlie. It's still Charlie music. Like I can still tell like this is her, even though she's very experimental. Or even Beyonce, like you can still tell a Beyonce song is a Beyonce song, but like you know her Cowboy Carter era versus her early stuff were so fucking different. Maybe K-pop is like that, you know? Maybe this like genre of music is like, no, K-pop is like that, whereas it's made within this, but the genres inside of K-pop is whatever, you know? Because I'm like, I don't know where I'm going with this. Let me know. So everyone has their different opinions, and like when I've even had like classes in my degree about this, it was so like nonsense even, because it's so meaningful and also meaningless. Like it's very abstract is what I'm trying to say. What else? I don't know, it's been a long time since I sat down in front of the camera without like anything planned. My back hurts so much, man. I got this pillow. This is an NCT Wish. What is it? It's so cute. It's so comfortable too. And then this little guy. Look at this little guy. But I have no money right now, so I'm in so much debt. I'm sorry if I'm complaining about that. Also, this shirt said Lady Monday something something something. I got this here. It makes no sense. I love that it makes no sense. But like, what is this word? I don't know. Lady Monday. You know you're a lady when you and your Mondays. Am I right, ladies? Am I right, Mondays? Oh, this back hurts so much. I should really apply for more jobs today. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just lay in bed, apply for jobs, edit this, post this. Maybe I should see if I can find an online job too, because those would pay way more than these ones, where the minimum wage is 11,000 won. And like there's also this thing in Korea where the first month you get paid less. So like during your training period you get paid less. So I think in some I get paid 10 right now, and then I'm supposed to get like 11.50, and then if I can get it promoted later on to get like 13, to get 12. Some it doesn't increment, and then others you go straight away after your month of training, which is like very not fun, because like I'm making way less money when I'm like I need way more money right now, but whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm trying so many new things right now, because this is like not fun, but this is how my life is gonna be for at least a year. Even just like job wise, whether I was here or in Canada, just doing random fucking shit and being broke. Even if I was in Canada, like I don't think I would have stayed in Montreal, just because the job prospects not speaking French is so bad. Like I have more job opportunities here speaking shitty Korean than I do in Quebec, in my own fucking country. Just I understand, but also like, what, girl, what? And today I got woken up by the sirens, the drill of if North Korea invaded, because like yesterday was the day that Trump was like, I don't want to help you guys out, and so they started doing drills, and it's just like a very loud siren. It's just a very loud siren, which is, you know, I can wake up to it, which is nice to know. But then what happens? Like, what am I supposed to do? I live on a rooftop. If something happens, I'm probably dying first. And you know what? At least then my back wouldn't hurt. You do sitcom music, loud track plays in the background. Okay, let's talk about some goals I want to have in my life going forward. Oh, that's a big question, actually. I want my back to stop hurting. I want to do this 10K. I just want to be able to finish the 10K. Like, I think I could jog for half of it and then walk for the other half, which was nice, And I would have said, realistically, I could have done that a week ago. But now that I'm like this, I don't know if I can do that. And I'm working on a video about that. And, like, I think this is why this back thing is haunting me right now, is because I was so excited to work on that video. Not that I was excited to train. Like, I hate working out. But, like, when I have a creative idea, I'm like, I want to do it right now. And it's the only thing I can think about. And so I was so hyped. But now I'm being bedridden. I'm like, I have all these ideas. And, like, I have this really clear vision in my head, but I can't do shit about it. Like, literally, I can't do shit about it. And, like, that's really what is getting me right now. And I want to create something, but, like, I don't know. My friend is coming to visit next week, and I want to do some content with them. I'm going to show them around Korea and film, like, I have some quirky video ideas. Oh, I should work on those scripts. I have some quirky video ideas for TikTok that I want to do with them. And I also want my back to stop hurting so I can do them, because I care way more about that than about this fucking job, sadly. And I do have another job interview next week. Just, like, seeing what's out there, I suppose. Or part of me is like, do I quit one of these? But, like, I need the money. But I'm just like, am I, like, killing myself right now? But, like, I've worked full-time in the past, and I worked full-time in, like, service industry jobs. I don't know, it just feels like too much at this moment. But I don't have the luxury. Like, I'm in so much amounts of debt right now. I don't have the luxury for anything else. What a privileged white woman thing of me. Am I right, chat? Yeah, long-term goals. I want my house to look like a real house. That's a big one. I want to pay off my debt. That's also a big one. I do want to get healthier. Like, I don't know if that... Like, I do want to lose weight, and especially being here and be like, ooh, everyone's so small. But also, like, everyone was small in Montreal, too. Those French people are skinny, let me tell you. A cigarette, and that's all they need for a week. Am I right? So I want to get fit, because I don't want this to happen ever again. I would like to get a job that is full-time, like my visa allows. I would prefer that over 2 jobs, but, like, I can do the 2 jobs. I just, like, this 1 week of trying to schedule them, I was like, oh, so they make your schedule, like, 2 days prior. Can I talk about that? Okay, so one boss, they make the schedule on the Thursday for the Monday. The other one on the Saturday. On this... Like, I'm just bewildered by that. Like, I'm bewildered by that. It's just so fucking late. Like, what? You're telling me I might work on Monday? Like, 2 days prior? Okay. Yeah, I think I would love to have a full-time job, or something that pays more, at least. Like, something that pays way more than this would be. I want to get better at Korean. I really want to go to language school, but that's like 2K, and I do not have 2K. I do not have 2K at all, so that's the biggest thing. I would like to re-dye my hair. I don't know what, but eventually. As of now, it's just, like, I don't even know what it is. It's a box dye. It's fine. I don't like it, but it's fine. I want to make new friends. That's the biggest thing. I need to find a community here. And I think I might make a video where, like, I do random stuff to try to make friends. So I think that could be fun. And it is hard to make friends here. Sorry, it isn't hard to make friends here. It is hard to make long-term friends here, because most foreigners leave. And then a lot of the Koreans who know English leave. Like, or people who are like, yeah, I want to make friends with foreigners. It's usually because they're leaving, and they're leaving to go abroad and need to, like, intro practice. So it's not really easy. But, like, meeting people like that would be fantastic. And and getting monetized, making lots of video. It's gonna be content first and foremost. Even just moving here was big content for me. Because I'm like, I do have free time now. Like, even though I've been working quite a bit, in the mornings I have free time. And though the biggest thing, I want to fix my sleeping schedule, because I've been going to bed at 2 and then waking up at 11. And like, I understand I maybe can't go to bed any later if I work until at least 12. But like, sorry, I can't go to bed any earlier if I work until at least 12. But I really want to wake up in the mornings. I really want to see sunlight when I wake up. Like, I'm such a morning person. It feels so rejuvenative. It feels very nice, is what I'm saying. And it feels like I have time to myself, like peaceful time to myself. But nothing here is open in the morning. Like, truly nothing is open in the morning. It's a city that stays up super late. You're gonna do so many activities way late into the night. But if you wake up at 9, nothing's open. Like, that's just the truth. So I understand, like, I'm not missing out with my sleep schedule, especially since I don't work until evenings, but still, like, I want the mornings to myself. But with that said, I'm like an 8 to 9 hour sleeper. So I don't even know if it's doable, but it would be nice if I could change my sleep schedule around. Especially with this week, I've been sleeping. Like, I went to bed the other day at fucking 5 a.m. and woke up at 5 p.m. Of course she did. I was watching anime. I was watching fucking anime. And then last night, I think I went to bed at 3 a.m. and I woke up at 2. So I woke up at 2 p.m. to the North Korean sirens. Yeah, that's fantastic. Is it bad that, like, even though, like, there's, like, an immediate threat here, which my parents were worried about. They were like, I asked them before. I was like, what's, like, your biggest concern with me, like, moving abroad? And they were like, honestly, like North Korea. And I'm like, oh, really? Like, in my mind, it's never been a threat, because being Canadian and living next to fucking Trump, I'm like, to me, that's way more immediate. Like, he's actively making threats. Like, are you, like, I understand Canada's huge. And, like, they don't live in, like, a population-dense area. So maybe it doesn't cross their mind. But, like, to me, I was like, I'm way more scared of Mr. Orange Guy than I'm scared of North Korea. Because also, like America has power. North Korea doesn't necessarily have that. I mean, like, they do have things, obviously. And now they got their bestie, Mr. Orange Guy. But, like, they're not exactly known to be, like, hoarding missiles. But we'll see. But also, like, I don't know. Anywhere in the world doesn't feel particularly, safe from world threats. Let's just say that. I think it's just the world that's just where we are right now. Yeah, okay, so I have a lot of big goals. I also want to get my friends on this podcast. I have 4 friends I would like to get on this podcast, but I want to make games for them. And I think that'll be fun. I would love to get actual microphones, but again, she's in massive amounts of debt and rent is next week, so probably won't happen anytime soon. But we love this idea. I really want to go to the Butler Cafe. Sorry, off topic, but I've been thinking about this day and night. I want to go to the Butler Cafe. I want to make a video where I let my TikTok algorithm, etc. picks my activities for a week, but I need to save up money first in order to do that. But I really, really, really want to do that. But I need to save up money so I can, like, not worry about it. But I got a lot of plans, guys. Content is going to be good. Let me tell you, my bank account is in the negatives, but content for you will be good on this channel. So please like and subscribe, share with people. It would mean a lot. Like, I'm low-key worried. I'm worried about this a lot, but, like, this woman, she decided to do this by herself. She knew this was going to happen. She knew this was going to happen. Well, I think it's just really weird, like, not having... Yeah, it's just really, like, I have thought about living my own life outside of school, like actually starting my career, trying to start my career for so long, because I kept on just staying in school, failing, and then staying in school, that for 7-8 years this felt like a dream, and now that it's here, and like I had dreamed about it for so long, and I'm not getting overwhelmed, which is really nice. Like, I'm actually really happy. But it is like, it is hard. Well, obviously it was going to be hard. I decided to move right after graduating with barely any. Well, I had money saved up, but now that I've gone through all that saved up money within like 2 months, because of my fucking key deposit, like that's why that money's there. It's just in my landlord's pocket. Oh, if only I didn't have to pay a deposit. Like, I would not be feeling this way. Yeah, no, it's very crazy though, because for 7 years I dreamt of graduating and starting like a career, and by a career is like chasing my dreams, and I'm doing it. Wow, I've never said that out loud, but yeah, I am. Wow, okay. Because like I'm a very, very anxious person, that I've not been necessarily anxious this entire time. And I think that's why, is because this has been my dream for 7 years, was to graduate and start doing shit I wanted to do. Like, even if it not necessarily was to move to Korea, which I did. Like, I did want to move to Korea. I've always wanted to move to Korea. But, like, just have the freedom to apply for jobs, even. Just to have the freedom to be like, oh no, I have education now. I'm not tied down to this thing. I'm not forcing myself to study something I hate 8 hours a day just so I can, like, spend $5,000 on a degree I hate. This is crazy. Like, well, I'm proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself, because truly, there's so many times I didn't think I would be able to do any of this. Or if I did do it, it'd be in a different way, where I wouldn't have finished school at all. I still don't technically have my degree though, because I'm like, actually maybe I do. I haven't checked. I should check. Maybe we'll check that today. But I finished all of my courses. I don't think I'll get my physical degree until fall though, because I'm like technically a part of that graduating class, since I finished in the summer. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I had one class left, and I finished it when I moved here. So it's been like, journey really hitting me now. Yay! I'm in massive amounts of debt, but I graduated. I have a degree. I never thought I would. Like, literally, I never thought I would. It took me 7 years, because I kept on failing and failing and failing and failing and failing. And then I switched degrees. And then I did well. And I did well again, and then failed one class. So then I had to retake that class. But then I did well in that class. Wow. All that time for that degree. I hope I can get the fucking degree, because I do want to put it on my wall, because it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me because that was 7 years of my fucking life. And the emotional turmoil I went through was like, I could talk about that for hours on end, but I try not to, because I want it to be in the past, but it was really like, it have really showed me new sides of myself that I didn't know existed. Like, both good and bad, where I really was like, whoa. And I met one girl here, like a new friend of mine, and I was telling her about this, like, very briefly. And she's like, that, you should be really proud of yourself. Like, you kept on going despite everything. Like, I can't imagine what that felt like. It's like, whoa, thank you. Like, that's very sweet, because at times for me, quitting felt harder than doing it again. And last time I lived in Korea, which I lived here for like 3 months in 2024, I was talking to one of my friends, and she was like, I think you should, like, no, don't fall! A poster has fallen. A poster. No! Riku just really wanted to join me for this conversation, I suppose. I was talking to one of my friends, and she's like, honestly, I think you should, like, quit. She's like, quit and move here. And then she's like, no, but, like, seriously, you should try for one more semester, and then if you fail, quit and move here. And then, like, I did fail that semester, and then I told myself, okay, one more semester, and then I failed that semester, and then I told myself, okay, let me switch majors, and then that major went well. So it was really, like, each at a time, but each at a time, like, each semester at a time was so painful. Like, I literally gave, like, I have not permanent, but I have, like, what is it, like, I have carpal tunnel now because of that, where if I use my hand for, like, more than 15 minutes, I get really bad cramps. If I use it for an hour, I can't use my hand. Similar to my back, oh my god. But it's, like, it started, like, 3 years ago. No, it started in 2022. I remember distinctly. Started in 2022, so I guess it's been 4 years, where now I have these really bad flare-ups, all from fucking studying math. Yeah, that's awesome. It was awesome. And I think that's, like, the biggest thing is just being like, oh, this nightmare, which was being in school for me, finally ended. It finally ended, and now I'm here, and now I'm in debt, which is great. And maybe I should have stopped talking about how much I'm in debt. And I did make a full vlog. I wouldn't say it's a vlog. I made, like, a sit-down Q&A type video about all, like, the paperwork and stuff, if you want to watch that. And then I made, like, a goodbye Ode to Canada vlog about moving here, if you want to watch that. Both are cute. Very different styles. I need to get more on top of, like, picking a style and sticking to it. So I'm never going to film videos like that ever again. I'll do vlogs maybe, but I'm going to make them more quirked up, because I need to stick to a style and stop doing random shit. So, yeah, but I kept on getting so many questions about it. I was like, let me just make one video, and if someone goes looking for it, it's there. But, period. Yeah, literally, I think that's the biggest thing is, like, finishing school. That's crazy. Like, I'm thinking about it. I'm kind of stuck on it because that was truly my life for so long, and my hell that I just kept on doing and doing and doing with, like, low-key no goal in mind. And then when a week before my summer class ended, I was like, I'm going to Korea. And then I finished my final paper here and turned it in. Got an A. Slay, got an A. And so I never really thought about it, but yeah, I am done school. I'm done school, and that's why the biggest reason why I wanted to move here during the fucking hottest month, and it was so disgusting, and why I felt like I had no day to rest because I was still in class when I got here. Immediately started job hunting, immediately started apartment hunting, got my apartment fast, started moving in, started cleaning, and then I was working a lot all during this. I still didn't technically have all my paperwork done, and now I have my paperwork. I finally got my bank card, my, like, actual debit card yesterday, and so that was like, oh, I'm finished. Like, I'm finished all of my paperwork now. That, or, like, all of my, like, little things. Like, I'm like, oh, the last one was get my card, and now it's here. Okay, it's crazy. Like, wow, like, it really did move really fast for me. How introspective this is a podcast about K-pop, and I do want to say I'm going to try to keep it about K-pop, so maybe on, like, episodes like this, I'll do, like, talking about my life, but the main part I will still do, like, learning about new groups and games, etc., and updates. I don't really know where the direction of Kind of Cringe is going, let's be so for real, because the past, like, 2 months has just been me making games for my friends, and I really enjoy that. Personally, I really enjoy that. And the like, I don't really want to always talk about like, K-pop news, because I just, like, I think I'm not online that much for this, nor do I, like, post fast enough to do that. But then I'm like, if that's not what I'm doing, then what the fuck is Kind of Cringe about? So I think I'll just do, like, how about I learn about, like, K-pop groups and or make K-pop games, and then every now and then I'll update you guys on life. And like if I see idols in real life, like me seeing Taeyong, that's the first time I've ever seen him. Like I've never been to a 127 concert. I've never been to an NCT concert, period. And so me seeing him was like crazy. And I was filming him, like he was so close to me, but in those moments, I try to like not look at him through my phone. Does that make sense? I try to do that with like good concert moments, period. Because like sometimes when I'm filming, I'm just like, oh, I'm watching you through my phone, but like you don't like in the phone camera makes you look so much farther away. And I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this. Like I should be enjoying this moment. Right? Like eye to eye. And so like when I was filming him, I was like, it was so cool. That like because of that, I was like, oh, I'm trying to have this moment for myself. And so I went back to look at my videos, and then you can't see anything in my videos because I'm like, this is my phone, and he's like right in front of me. Like you're him. He's dancing. I think he was doing, what was he doing? Oh, he's doing Baggy Jean. Yes, I remember. He was doing Baggy Jean right in front of me. And fun fact, Baggy Jean was the song that saved me. That's so stupid. I forgot about this. But I would listen to Baggy Jeans during this, like, one really bad final session where I failed. It was the first time I failed all 5 math classes, and Baggy Jeans just came out, and I was listening to it on repeat. I remember listening to Baggy Jeans on my way to the final, where I knew, like, I was fucked. I was like, I know I'm gonna fail this too, and because I just didn't know anything, and literally Baggy Jeans saved my life. Like, unfortunately, it did, because I was in such a horrible place. Like, that was the start of the fall for me in my academics and in, like, my mental state, where I realized, like, I was not okay, and I didn't realize, like, how to make myself okay, and then also, like, that my academics were being affected because of that, and I just, like, I didn't know where to start. Like, do I just have to study more? Do I need to get mental health, like, professionals in? Like, I just don't know. And then enter Baggy Jeans. And my baggy, and that just saved me. That just kept me going through all this turmoil. So, like, having him dance Baggy Jeans right in front of me was really, like, wow, I made it. This is so stupid. No, but, like, in that moment, I was like, oh my god, this song that brought me so much comfort, and yeah, the song about being in your baggy fucking jeans, it's so stupid, it's perfect. And in this time of my life where, like, everything just felt so real and so serious and so, like, detrimental, where I'm like, it felt like this was my entire future was on the line, and like a shit ton of money was on the line, because it was on the line. You know, school is not cheap. That having like these 6 men sing about their baggy jeans and what's in their pocket just really, like, combated all of that seriousness that I was thinking and feeling during that time in my life. And so when he was doing, like, he was singing a bunch of remixes, like a mashup of NCT songs throughout the history, and he, like, walked up to the center stage that was closest to me, and then Baggy Jeans came on. I was like, I'm so happy it's this song, because this song was this like, that whole era of like the NCT U era really did help me. And I mean, all of 127, all of NCT helped me. Like, they're my favorite, and so obviously, like, their songs I've listened to during the worst of my moments throughout life, and also the best of my life, because I've just listened to them a lot. But I'm like, this one song in particular, to me, marks the start of the start of, like, some of the biggest changes I went through as a human, or at least right now, because with so many failures in school, which to me, like, as such an academic person, I really prided myself on being smart, and then just having all of that change really, really did something to me. And, like, baggy jeans marks the start of that to me. Like, it truly marks the start of, like, where I am now. And so having him sing baggy jeans in front of me, I was like, this is such a roundabout moment. Like, it's kind of showing me, like, hey, you did it, girly. Like, you graduated. You somehow graduated. Good luck. And now Taeyong is in front of you doing baggy jeans. Like, it was just a big moment for me, okay? Baggy jeans saved my life. And so in that moment, I'm finally going to the point, but because it was so like, oh, this song means a lot to me. No, I was like, I want to witness it for myself. I don't want to witness it through my phone. Whereas with like some of JYP songs, even though I fucking love Wet, Call Me JYPapi, even though that also means a lot to me in a different way, I am okay with witnessing it through my phone in real time and not like eye contact. But him right in front of me, I was like, I need to witness this one-on-one. And so I put my phone here. I try to hold it still so that I could watch him. And it's obviously like the perspective through the phone always makes it feel so much farther away, even though he was so close. But because of that, I went back to watch that recording and I was like, oh, you can barely see this guy because I'm trying to hold it still like this. But then I'm like, in my baggy jeans, my hand's moving. And I'm also just shaking because this is a full circle moment for me. Like, it really was. Wow. Thank you, guys. I think this podcast episode made me realize, I achieved my dream. Like, I literally achieved my dream. Which was to see Taeyong perform baggy jeans right in front of me. No, my dream was to graduate. Like, my dream has been to graduate for so long, and it felt so out of reach. But, like, I did graduate, and it was so unceremonious, like, so freaking unceremonious, that, like, I literally submitted my paper at fucking twosomes by myself, like, midday. That I've never really had a moment to be, good job, Delaney, you did it. And so I think this talking with you guys on Kind of Cringe right now has really made me go, wow, good job, Delaney, you did it. Good job, Delaney, you finally graduated. And I finally moved, which is awesome. And now I just need to, like, get a job I like that pays me okay. Get my debt, re-dye my hair so that you don't see my roots. Make sure my back stops hurting and film some content. Wow. That was awesome, guys. I really do want to see 127 really bad. I think the tickets were like $130. Let's see. I'll see if after I pay rent if there's any more tickets for sale or what the resellers are like. We'll find out. Anyways, I think we're gonna leave this. We're gonna end this episode here. Thank you for listening. In the next one, I'll probably make a little game or something for myself. And it'll be less of a yap session like this one, but let's cut to earlier Delaney when her back was hurting less to say goodbye. The state of K-pop right now is kind of cringe. Thank you for watching. Bye. See you in the next one. Bye. Love you. Mwah.